See the EU ambassador. He don't indict the commissioner of police in those states. Useless CP Agbonika, Monday Agbonika. Don't indict her. He said the talks were outside. Not what they had talked before. They were outside. Now when CP come, now they follow CP enter inside. Now CP come give them full free access to enter, to go do nonsense, discuss men, destroy you everywhere. CP Agbonika, you never watch this ITV. ITV mess una up. ITV mess una up. Talk your government. Watch.
The European Union ambassador, His Excellency Gauthier Mignot, who said they were in Benin City on a private visit to preview happenings at the Museum of West African Arts prior to the inauguration, condemned the destruction by some protesters. Describing the scene as shocking and uncivilized, the European ambassador said issues can be resolved in a diplomatic way and not the unwholesome attitude adopted by the protesters.
I must say that the experience that we had yesterday was quite unpleasant and deplorable because this private event on a private property was disrupted by so-called protesters who came in, allowed by the police, because there was security all around, but they left them in, and they disrupted the whole event.
The European ambassador, while commenting on the insecurity in the country, said he sympathizes with Nigeria and expresses hope that sooner or later they will go through this phase.
We stand in solidarity with Nigeria to fight the many drivers of violence and insecurity. And religion is only one of them.
The ambassador, who said this is the second time of coming to Edo State, also intimated that the EU has also helped the state in the time past in reintegrating migrants into the society. From Benin, Efosa Uwangwe, ITV News.
Should we not see the disgrace where Okpebholo and CP and Ring Road give us? See the disgrace. The EU ambassador say, in a private property, he said they were outside before. Security men, they don't want to tell them before. They don't get that they don't penetrate. As they come, CP, see me on the follow me, let's go inside. They don't give CP instructions, say, CP Alpha. Oh yeah, go and clear the boys inside. The real police officers were dragging with the hoodlums, with the talks, which when I don't see the EU ambassador say so-called protesters, which should be protesters. They're not talks, sponsor talks. I see the disgrace when CP and Monica can't give us. See the disgrace. Let me tell you, see all this waka, go here. Their owner, how they want to demolish MOWAA. How they want to demolish her, revoke the CFO, they demolish her. What they are saying that if state government cannot have it, may they give it to Oba. If Oba cannot have it, they want to demolish.
Our police in those states have spoken. And a directive will be given to the people outside. In the next 5 minutes, you are not going to see anybody outside. But based on the instruction or directive that will be given by the Commissioner of Police in those states, will follow suit.
God forbid a city where a Boston is the one speaking on behalf of young people in that city to foreign delegates, diplomats, and guests. God forbid. Forget that the governor has hurriedly now, realizing the huge diplomatic severity of that crime committed, that show of shame yesterday, and hurriedly brought the ambassadors and the diplomats to go and meet the Oba in the palace today, and lied that he was not aware of their coming. That is a lie, because I have it on good authority that weeks before now he was duly informed that these people are coming. We are talking about, and I'm not just here trying to hero worship people or maybe have a colonial mindset of people with foreign skin that I should worship. We are talking about strong diplomatic envoy, the EU ambassador to Nigeria, the German ambassador to Nigeria, the Netherlands ambassador, and several, up to 5 of these ambassadors were in that meeting that a Bostono man was the one addressing because he had girl more if it was a smart child that was sent that errand, when you got there yesterday and realized the profile of the people there, you would ask that they should do whatever they want to do in the next 1 hour, which is also wrong, but fairly enough to say discretionally, you guys should pack whatever you are doing. You have 1 hour to round up. Let me speak to who sent me to say, pa is looking like we'll be maybe making a mistake. How obey you? How can you be that dull not to realize that you were going to put us in bad light? And right now that the Federal Ministry of Arts and Culture, the federal government has involved, that they are Okpebholo to order is running a skater coming to lie to Nigerians and Edo people that he was not aware. How can you be aware? Because the most important thing in the state doesn't bother, it is politics that bother you. It is a definite point to realize now that we have messed this up. And I call on all Edo-lites, the smart, the skilled, the educated, the exposed. Let's not leave this state to the hands of Agberos. It was surprising yesterday to see that we had a combination of security and insecurity forces. The same state where we have been complaining of cultism, of gangsterism, of Agberism, of toutism. Yesterday, we saw a combination of the Nigerian police force and some tout gathered together to storm a facility. And this is not politics. This shows, that's why these people can never be educated. This shows why they can never be exposed, why they are left in the back corner. Where we are complaining that cultism and ravaging the whole place. Oh, there is so much of gangsterism, Agberos everywhere. You people kept quiet. And now it was time you activated them. See all of them now. Can you see them? Red eyes and all of them. The smoky boy entered the place. It was time to act. So, no worry. As we the shout reach, they keep them for corner. These same people. Now, the same states now all of us did. And then we say we want to make it do. Why are you fighting publicly and aiding privately? Which kind of nonsense be that? Who is a fool? Who is a fool? What is even now more unfortunate is the fact that the current Oba of Benin, or Bayawai II, the Ogidigan, is reputed to be one of the most trained, or he has history and links with diplomacy, with international relations. It is on his Wikipedia account that is reported that he worked in the United Nations between 1981 and 1982. He's been a former ambassador to Angola and Sweden, with accreditation to Norway, to Sweden, and to Finland. And of course, also another special ambassador to Italy. You can imagine that same man sitting on the throne as the Oba of Benin would be in the same, and that rubbish happened. So it is not just honor for white skin. It is a fact that we do not. Of course, you see the way the federal government has taken it. It is very serious. You don't do that at a time like this. You want to sever relationship ties because of what? Politics? As somebody said, hey, you don't know who you are. Blah 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 blah. It's a very mona. If you don't have sense, some of us have got sense. You want to bring the state to hurt. Do you know how many of the benefit, how many of these things, what relationship we have built over the years, and how well is going to help us? And then you don't care because our girl won't vient. In all of the reports you have seen around the world, did you see Obaseki's name there? Did you see Obaseki's name there? This is the same thing we did in January of the 1897 that led us here. Who trained you people? Who gave you that level of where are you thinking from? Your anus? And then we talk, you say it's an Oba. To hell with Obaseki, I don't know Obaseki. But how can you bring that kind of show of shame to a city that not below now, then a village not from come? Now you are running a tasketer now. You want to see how you can see. No matter what you do, nothing can erase that show of shame. And all of you tout and Agberos that embarked on that journey yesterday, you are all ignoble. You hide your head in shame. Hide your head in shame. So very wow. What kind of nonsense character is that? Because of politics, you cannot think anymore. You go and disrupt an event. You go to a facility. You go and disrupt it because they sent you on an errand. The same governor that has a time limit. Bata 8 years. Assuming in the next election he wins it. Bata 8 years. And then the whole thing, and then you don't care. Say you are working for, you are fighting for the, who sent you? Which palace sent you that message? In 2025, somebody will send you on such errands. You cannot sit back and look at the pros and cons and say, no, sir, there'll be a better way to solve it. Plus the fact that I'm aware that these people are behind the scene, be trying to create political and diplomatic solutions to these problems. Say, we don't mind. They even jettisoned the official opening to say, of course, these people are already here. Let them just come and do private viewing. No paparazzi, no public show yet. I think we're in the 18th century. Why do you send children to school? It's not so that they can come back with thinking mentality and be able to challenge status quo and argue and submit superior argument and then say, let's forge a way forward. No wonder you are never trained or exposed, because you have been cared to do hard-tech job like this. Shame on all of you again. I said, shame on you if you were part of that group.
So the problem Okpebholo have is that Okpebholo cannot make one sentence without making a mistake. Okpebholo, according to that man, he said Okpebholo is 1 inches away of becoming an imbecile. Abi, Okpebholo has what they call a brain malfunctioning, medulla deficiency, a deficit of a proper matureness of a grown man. Okpebholo brain is like a 10 years old baby brain. Okpebholo is a mumuma. Okpebholo have no common sense. Senator Monday Okpebholo have no common sense. I want to talk to Edo people. Everything I have said about Okpebholo is incompetent. It's a mumuma because he talk like a mumu. Simple. For everything that I've said about Monday Okpebholo is 100% true. Where is Monday Okpebholo wife? How would Nigeria move forward? Somebody that already have a criminal mindset set. Somebody that already planned how to defraud the federal government. Even APC administration. Okpebholo is already planning how he will defraud federal government for his own pocket so that he can share the money to Jared Telebe, Akpabio, Wike, Pastor Sage Zeyamu, Odubu, Patricaso, General Sese. Now Sese, who do they pay me? General Sese, a well-decorated Major General, retired of Nigerian Army. Who Major General and General Ariave are now answerable to a Nigerian Army, a deserted Nigerian Army private called Jared Telebe. I don't know what is going on in Nigeria military. As a military family, I cannot comprehend to see how General Sese and General Ariave allow this to happen